welcome to another episode of Bottom of the Stream with Adam and Nick. My name is Adam.
My name's Nick. Welcome back to another week, another show.
It is.
We talk about the latest goings on, I guess.
Yeah, streaming, news, views, reviews.
Yeah, fine. Oh, that'll catch on.
Hopefully. Something will catch on eventually. We've been doing this for years now.
How have you been, Adam?
I'm not going to lie to you, Nick. This week's been hectic.
It's been a tough week.
I don't feel like I've done anything, but also I don't feel like...
Right.
I don't know where time's gone.
I personally feel like it's been the longest short week ever.
Yeah, I think short weeks always go long, don't they?
Yeah.
It's weird.
You just have to, like, squeeze the same amount of work in.
Yeah, into 4 days rather than 3.
This seems to be what happens.
Yeah.
But anyway.
Got any gossip for me? Any news? Any life events?
No.
No?
I mean, no, I don't think so.
No.
I've been pretty much just squirreled away in front of a laptop.
Same.
Doing really, not interesting for this podcast, work-related stuff.
Same, to be honest.
I went outside briefly today.
Nice.
Managed to get 10 minutes to go and get some fresh air.
That's good.
Touch some grass.
That's always good. You got to touch some grass every so often.
How about you?
Same. I did some pizzas in my pizza oven on Saturday.
Cool.
Monday. I don't know what day it is.
How did that go?
It was good. Yeah, they went well. The family seemed to enjoy them.
Yeah.
So that's good.
Did your niece tell you they were horrible?
No, she said they were delicious.
Okay.
This time, so that's always good.
That's an improvement.
Last time she said they were horrible.
Yeah, I think you'd been stitched up, or she'd been stitched up, or both of you.
Both of us have been stitched up. I've added some new toys in here. You can't see them on the camera, but there's new toys in here.
We'll do maybe one time we can do a little bonus
video room tour.
A tour of the.
We do like
stream
cribs.
boat.
You knock on the door and I'll open it. So
If
welcome
you want
to my
to,
crib.
Fun. Yeah. Who used to present cribs? I don't know.
I don't either.
I'd vibe.
One of the
barely
rappers.
watched it.
Well, our rapper did.
Okay. I have got a question of the week.
Okay, that's a good start.
Do you want to go into that?
Let's do that. Do you know, I always struggle to know what to do with my arms when we're doing this show now. I'm like,
Okay. You're like
what do I do?
Ricky Bobby.
So if you see me just doing random things with my arms, that's why.
You can express with them.
No, I mean, when I don't know how to relax them.
Okay.
When you're talking.
Fine.
But if you're talking, the camera's on. So
it will happen.
It will. It'll come natural.
You'll do something with them or not. So you're getting a pet.
Okay.
And there's only 2 options.
Right.
So you can choose one of these to be your pet.
Okay.
That's the simple premise.
Got you.
Would you rather have
a
giant hamster or a tiny rhino?
Oh.
So we'll be specific. A rhino-sized hamster or a hamster-sized rhino?
That feels like a no-brainer.
Does it, though?
Yes.
Does it?
It feels like one. I feel like there's a catch somewhere, though. It's got to be tiny rhino.
Has it?
Yes.
Okay.
Who has got the space, time, or money to look after a giant rhino-sized hamster?
Some people do.
How much sawdust would you need?
People have horses.
True.
They might be more interested in
Are they pets?
Massive hamster. What, horses?
Yeah.
Some people have them as pets.
Yeah.
Even if you're taking them for a ride.
I feel like a rhino-sized hamster is going to be the cutest thing you've ever seen.
Yes. Do you think it could still eat a man, though?
Yes. True.
Those powerful jaws.
But then again, a hamster-sized rhino is also a really cute thing.
I feel like the maintenance of a rhino-sized hamster would be tricky.
Yeah.
Because you could put a hamster-sized rhino, you could just put in a hamster cage.
Yes.
But how are you scaling up a wheel for a rhino-sized hamster?
That's a big wheel. You need the London Eye.
I think you'd need an actual mill.
Yeah, maybe even bigger than that.
Maybe, yeah.
I think this is obvious. I think you're going to have a really cute little rhino.
I think for my situation, that would also be the answer.
A rhino's I was prepared to go into. Are they awake during the day, rhinos?
A little bit, I think.
Okay.
I think unless you're prepared to go into full on, right, I'm giving up my life and I am going to try and monetize this rhino-sized hamster. And
we had that with the elephant thing a while back.
That was just a normal elephant.
Yeah, it was.
Is there even more money in a freak show hamster?
Probably.
You'd have to like shear it and everything.
It becomes your
Surely.
life.
Yes, it would.
If you've got an animal that size to look after, it becomes your life, your personality, everything about you.
Yeah.
Whereas if you've just got a cute little miniature rhino, I don't see a downside to that.
Yeah.
What do rhinos eat? Trees and shit?
Yeah. But also it might not be a very good pet because it's still a rhino.
Yeah.
So it's not like you're going to get it out and handle it, are you? Because it's still going to not going to like being handled and run off and...
But you can train it.
Yeah, I guess.
It's just impractical to have a giant hamster.
Yeah, I think you're right.
It's just impractical.
Yeah. And how big would you feel if you got a tiny rhino?
Exactly. What would you call your tiny rhino? Ryan.
Raiden.
Raiden the rhino.
Yeah,
I
like
that.
from Mortal Kombat.
I like that. Yes. One of those, please.
Okay. Me also.
Good answer.
Please.
Good question, that. I enjoyed that.
Okay, good. I'm
I'm
glad.
Shall we move on and do some streaming and Netflix news?
Yeah, let's do it. Let's start with some Netflix news.
Okie dokie.
Some nerdy news.
Nerd news.
And that is news this week that Netflix and the British Board of Film Classification have extended their partnership for a further 5 years.
Right.
And that is a partnership, if you remember, where basically the BBFC work with Netflix to apply the standard ratings in this country to all their content.
Yes.
Because until 2019, none of that was there.
That wasn't happening, right? Netflix were...
Yeah.
It was a shit show.
Yeah.
Basically. So everything that's on Netflix has to now be rated by the BBFC.
UPG, etc., etc.
Even foreign stuff.
Yeah. David Austin, OBE, who's the chief exec at the BBFC.
His name's what appears. You know when you go to the cinema and the board of classification.
Yeah, he's the guy who signs it all off.
Him and Natasha Kaplinsky.
Really?
She's the president of the BBFC
Is she?
now. Yeah. How random's that?
That is random. Does she have to watch all the films?
I assume so.
Wow,
it's him and her signature that appear at the bottom. Next time you go to the cinema, check it out.
He says, we're incredibly proud of our partnership with Netflix, the first streamer to enter into a self-rating partnership with us. Our groundbreaking work together has made a significant contribution to child protection and audience empowerment in the UK, and we are delighted that it will continue for at least another 4 years. Cool.
That is
cool. It's in now. You can't take it out.
Yeah.
Can't go back.
You can't stop all of a sudden. That contract's just going to keep rolling over, surely.
Yeah. And that's a good sort of hearts and minds thing for Netflix to carry on with, I would suggest.
Yeah, it keeps them compliant, doesn't it?
Yeah, I would say so.
Yeah.
Okay. How do you like romance?
Yeah.
Okay.
Take it or leave it.
Then this might not be for you.
Okay.
But if you are interested in a bit of romance, then you might be interested in the upcoming Netflix movie starring Laura Dern.
Okay.
And one of the lesser Hemsworths, Liam.
Liam Hemsworth.
Yes. It's called Lonely Planet and will arrive on Netflix in October.
Okay.
Just in time for Halloween.
Rom-com.
Yeah.
I love a Halloween rom-com.
And it's basically set in Morocco.
Oh, okay.
A romantic country.
Right.
Full of atmosphere and
Moroccans.
Laura Dern plays Catherine, a novelist who heads overseas only to fall headfirst into a most unlikely love story of her own. She has spent her life dedicated to narrative and therefore hasn't spent much time looking at deep truth within.
No.
She's at a turning point in her life where she's looking for a softening and deeper understanding, and she finds it in her own love story.
Okay.
Is Liam Hemsworth the one who's coming into The Witcher?
Yes.
Okay.
So you got Chris, who's 4.
Yeah.
Liam, who's the Witcher.
Yeah.
And Luke,
who's the TV
guy. The guy from The Anomaly.
Yeah.
the film we did.
Okay, I understand.
Am I right in thinking there's an age gap there? Is Laura Dern older?
Yes.
Yeah.
And that seems to be, I want to say, is it a trend? Because there was the Anne Hathaway movie from earlier this year.
Yeah.
Which I can't remember what it was called. And she was like the older woman. And the guy who's just been cast as He-Man, he was like the younger part of that story.
This week's He-Man or last week's
Yeah,
He-Man?
the latest He-Man. So, well, if that's your thing, look out for that. And we've got a bit more shortly on basically upcoming Netflix movies for the remainder of the year.
Okay.
Also this week, Netflix has unveiled a teaser trailer for Timo Tiehanto's next film. So this will be the final film he does before he heads off to direct Nobody 2.
Oh, right, okay.
And he's the director who was behind Headshot, which is a movie that we reviewed on our show a couple of seasons ago.
It was.
And his new movie is The Shadow Strays, which tells the story of Codename 13, a young assassin who finds herself suspended after a mission gone wrong. During her downtime, she bonds with a boy who recently lost his mother to a crime syndicate. And then when he disappears, she embarks on a quest to find him, even if it means going against her mentor and the organisation she belongs to.
Okay.
In fact, it will have its premiere at the Toronto International Film Festival.
Is that coming up again? That seems to come on so quick.
That is in September.
Wow.
And then it will arrive on Netflix on October the 17th.
Nice. Okay.
So if you're more into an action
I like
movie,
that title.
then that might be more.
I like the title of that.
Yeah.
It's a good title.
I liked Headshot.
It
was bleak.
It was bleak. It was grim.
But it was fantastic action sequences.
Yeah, it was.
Martial arts sequences.
Some of the best we've seen on the show, probably.
I feel like we've had 2 weeks now of really Netflix just throwing in commissions and renewals and news on another movie. I correct myself. Another limited series on the way.
Okay.
Is that of Out of the Dust.
Another good title.
Which is a British mini-series which will star Asa Butterfield.
Okay, yeah, we like him.
And also Siobhan Finneran, who I think you'll recognise her. She was in Benidorm. She was the wife of Steve Pemberton's character.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
She pops up in loads of British stuff.
She does. She was in the last series of Inside Number 9, in fact. The first episode.
Okay. The Netflix series follows wife and mother Rosie, who lives her life in a conservative Christian sect. When her life is changed after she crosses paths with an escaped convict, she is led down a dangerous road of emancipation and a sexual awakening.
Oh. Sounds fun.
Molly Windsor plays Rosie, who is the lady in question.
Okay.
Escaping the Christian sect. Fra Free is also in the cast, as is Christopher Eccleston.
Oh. That's a good cast.
Yeah.
When's it coming? Do we know?
We do not have a date yet. It is currently in production.
Remember what it was called?
Out of the Dust.
Good name. I like that. Good cast. Sounds good. It's about time Netflix started putting some decent stuff out. It seems to have been a bit barren lately, old Netflix.
Yeah, I've watched a couple of movies on there this week, which we'll get to, but they're not Netflix things. I agree with you. I feel like I've been
searching through Netflix. I'm like, nothing really interesting me here. And I've been moving on to the other streamers.
Interesting. But what Netflix have released, as I hinted at earlier, is their fall preview.
Okay.
For movies.
Right.
Movies only.
Just movies.
Yes, this covers September right through to the end of the year.
Okay.
So I would say
fall and winter.
Also
preview.
winter.
Yes.
And it's quite the list. You can go to netflix.com or and Tudum, and you will go and find this list. Coming very soon, September the 6th, is Rebel Ridge, a movie we've talked about before. That is Jeremy Saulnier's finally coming back into action.
Yeah.
His first movie since Hold the Dark.
Yeah, I think so.
I believe.
Which is a good few years ago now.
An ex-Marine, played by Aaron Pierre, grapples his way through a web of small-town corruption when an attempt to post bail for his cousin escalates into a violent standoff with the local police chief. Sounds like it's got a whiff of sort of Reacher about it.
Yeah,
doesn't
it does,
that
it?
sort of thing.
You can't really go wrong with Jeremy Saulnier.
Solid director.
Solid director. Green Room's a great movie.
September the 13th, the week after that, Uglies. I've seen a trailer for this, directed by McG.
Oh, wow. Where's he come back from?
And starring Joey King. In a futuristic world that imposes a cosmetic surgery at 16, Tally is eager for her turn to join the rest of society. But when a friend runs away, Tally embarks on a journey to save her that upends everything she thought she wanted.
Ooh, that sounds interesting as well.
Based on a best-selling book.
Right.
Will and Harper arrives on September the 27th. It is I presume a documentary. When Will Ferrell's good friend of 30 years, Harper Steele, comes out as a trans woman, the pair embark on a road trip to process this new stage in their friendship and reintroduce Harper to the country she loves as her authentic self.
Okay, that sounds interesting.
Yeah, September the 27th, that arrives.
I'll definitely be checking that out. Yeah, it does sound good.
Same day, Res Ball, which is a movie about a high school basketball team with Native American heritage.
Right.
To try on their journey to try and win the state championship.
Okay, basketball movie.
October the 4th, The Platform 2.
Oh, I can't wait for that. I'm looking forward to that. The Platform's a really good film.
Yeah, it's a good movie. Yeah.
Did we do a bonus episode on that?
Did we?
Maybe.
I'm not sure. When did The Platform come out? That's got to be like 3 years ago.
Yeah, maybe more. Good film. Spanish movie.
Yes. Yeah.
Check it out.
October the 18th, The Woman of the Hour arrives. It's the directorial debut from Anna Kendrick.
Okay.
Also starring Tony Hale. The stranger-than-fiction story of an aspiring actor in 1970s Los Angeles and a serial killer in the midst of a year-long murder spree whose lives intersect when they're cast on an episode of The Dating Game.
Interesting.
That's like a blind date, isn't it?
Yeah.
Essentially.
Is that a true story?
I think it is based on a
So
true
there
story.
was a serial killer who was on The Dating Game. I think there's a documentary on Netflix about it as well, actually.
Yeah. November the 6th.
Yep.
Guess what starts?
What?
Christmas movies.
Oh, wow. God, we can't be at that time already.
Meet Me Next Christmas, starring Christina Milian, ex-pop star
Yes.
from the early 2000s.
Yeah, I guess so.
In pursuit of a fairy tale romance with the man of her dreams, Layla must race through New York City to get her hands on the hottest ticket in town, the sold-out Pentatonix Christmas Eve concert.
Ooh.
November the 13th. Hot Frosty. I want to know what you think Hot Frosty is about.
Okay. Is it a Christmas movie?
Yes.
Is it about a snowman who
Yes.
accidentally gets warm?
I would give you a point.
Okay, good.
2 years after losing her husband, Kathy magically brings a handsome snowman to life.
Right.
Through his naivete, the snowman helps Kathy to laugh, feel, and love again.
No, so yeah, warm in the other sense.
It stars Lacey Chabert, Craig Robinson, and Joe Latrulio.
I'm not going to lie, Nick. That sounds fucking dreadful.
That sounds awful.
It really does.
And we could do a watch along to that, 100%.
Yeah. I will definitely do some sort of Christmas movie watch along this year, I think.
The Merry Gentleman, November the 20th.
Okay.
Absolutely stacked for Netflix
in November.
Christmas movies. To save her parents' small-town performing venue, a former big city dancer decides to stage an all-male Christmas-themed review.
Right.
That stars Chad Michael Murray.
Where's he come from? People are all coming back on this episode. That sounds awful as well.
Spellbound arrives on November the 22nd. Follows the adventures of Elian, a tenacious young daughter of the rulers of Lumbria, who must go on a daring quest to save her family and kingdom after a mysterious spell transforms her parents into monsters.
Okay,
the
better.
voice cast includes Rachel Ziegler, John Lithgow, Jennifer Lewis, Nathan Lane, Titus Burgess, Javier Bardem, and Nicole Kidman.
Titus Burgess.
Yeah.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah, there's lots.
Lots of Christmas films. coming.
Lindsay Lohan's got a new Christmas movie coming.
Another one?
End of September. Yeah, Our Little Secret. Richard Curtis's Christmas movie, That Christmas, arrives on December the 4th. December the 13th is Carry On.
Yep.
Which is not
A
a bawdy British comedy.
We made that joke when that first got announced.
did.
I remember. Carry on, carry on.
It is a movie starring Taron Egerton and Jason Bateman. A young TSA agent fights to outsmart a mysterious traveller who blackmails him into letting a dangerous package slip onto a Christmas Eve flight. So it is a Christmas movie.
Yeah. Sounds good. Good cast.
Yeah. Also confirmed is one movie for January.
Right.
And I only note it because it's Back in Action, which is Cameron Diaz's return from retirement. Yeah. Years after giving up life as CIA spies to start a family, Emily and Matt find themselves dragged back into the world of espionage when their cover is blown. It's Jamie Foxx and Cameron Diaz, also joined by Kyle Chandler, Glenn Close, Andrew Scott, and Jamie Demetriou.
Oh, okay.
That is January the 17th.
Nice. I feel like there's a little bit meta of Cameron Diaz playing somebody coming out of retirement.
A little bit, yes. There's got to be that joke in there somewhere.
Yeah, of course there is.
So, plenty.
Plenty of stuff coming if you like Christmas movies.
Some of it
from
might be
the start
interesting.
of November.
Another Netflix movie coming. I don't think we've got a date on this one yet.
Right.
Is a movie called Joy, which has been confirmed to have its world premiere at the BFI London Film Festival.
Okay, when's that?
Next start of September, so next week, basically. Joy is a movie around the world's first test tube baby.
Right.
And it stars Bill Nye.
The science guy.
Yes. And the chap who we saw last season in... Oh, why don't I have all the film names directly in my head? We didn't like it. The Stalker movie. James Norton with Gemma Arterton.
Yes.
Rogue Agent.
Rogue Agent.
They star as the two doctors. Crafting the technology, I guess. Delivering this, the world's first test tube baby. It will come to Netflix at some point. But yeah, it's having its premiere at the BFI Film Festival next month.
Cool. Have you ever been to a film festival?
Sounds like it could be awardsy.
Doesn't it?
No.
No, not me. I feel like I'd quite like it.
I'd like to host and put one on.
Oh, we should do that.
Yeah.
But with a stream live.
Yeah.
Okay.
A curated screening
Of our favourite movies we've ever done on the show.
Yeah.
Okay.
Or it could just be stuff that we think fits the bottom of the stream banner.
Yeah, okay.
Doesn't necessarily have to be movies that have been done on the show.
I know where there's going to be an empty cinema. We could host it pretty soon.
That's true. True. That's very true. That's all the Netflix news.
That's great work. Well done.
Do you want some movie news?
Of course.
Let's crack on. So, we mentioned a while ago that Tom Cruise had signed up to star in the next movie from Alejandro Inarritu. So he is the director behind The Revenant.
Yep.
And Birdman.
Yes. Two great movies.
Yes. More people have joined the cast, including Jesse Plemons.
He's just in everything.
Yes. John Goodman.
Okay, he's not.
Sophie Wilde, who was in Talk to Me.
Yep.
And Riz Ahmed.
Okay.
Deadline also have not an official synopsis, but they're reporting that this movie is about... It centres around the most powerful man in the world,
Yeah.
who will find himself on a frenzied mission to convince the human race he is their saviour before a disaster that he is responsible for destroys the whole world.
Right. Interesting.
I mean, that does sound like a role that is fit for Tom Cruise.
It does. It sounds perfect for him.
Yeah,
Yeah, okay. That's cool.
interesting concept.
Definitely.
Are you more excited about that or the potential trilogy fulfilling In-Betweeners 3?
The first one.
Okay.
That's not happening.
Well, not officially yet.
Right.
But Joe Thomas has been talking to the Always Be Comedy podcast. And he is, when it came up in conversation there, said that a third In-Betweeners movie has been discussed in various forms and all of us feel like it would be nice.
Those guys are all nearly 40.
He said, we're all still around. We're all still in each other's lives. We all still like each other. If it was something that came up, I think we would want to do it. As a movie, we think it would work with the right idea. He later went on to say a stag do in Las Vegas would be exactly the sort of
Yeah, that's where you
concept for a third movie.
Now you've said that, that makes sense, doesn't it? Because they're going to be at that age. Does the world need it? No. Would the world enjoy it? Probably.
So, obviously, we're getting older and we're terrible at marking the passage of time.
Yes.
When do you think the first In-Betweeners movie was?
Oh, a long time ago. The first movie?
Movie, yeah.
2012.
Oh, you're very close. 2011.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, and the sequel is 10 years old.
Really?
Yeah.
2014?
Yeah.
I don't think I've ever seen that second one.
I think I have. Is that when they go to Australia?
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure I've seen it.
It feels, the In-Betweeners feels very of its time.
Yeah.
It was great at the time. It doesn't feel like it needs... But if you are going to do it, then yeah, the stag do idea is a good idea, I suppose.
If Oasis are back...
True.
I think there's probably money in an In-Betweeners threequel. Because it's never been off TV.
No, it's always on.
Like for, coming up to, 16 years? Since whenever the actual sitcom started. It's
Probably,
still on every day.
Yeah.
You know, later into the evening, granted.
Yeah. I think the TV show's 2007, 2008, around
Right.
that sort of time.
Yeah, I guess it must be. Because there was like 3 seasons, wasn't there, before the movie?
Yeah. Wow.
Yeah.
You got your Oasis tickets yet?
Look, I don't mind some of the Oasis songs. I was never a big Oasis fan. It's not for me.
Fair.
A bit. I always felt like Oasis play at being rock stars a bit rather than actually being rock stars. If you want my honest opinion.
To put it in wrestling terms, they've got a really good gimmick, haven't they? They just play it.
Yeah, they wouldn't be in my top.
I did see them live.
Many
once,
bands,
and I wouldn't rush back to see them again.
Yeah.
Not for the prices they're going to be charging as well.
But you know, if that's your bag,
yeah, enjoy. Get your bag.
go and have fun. Oh, there'd be a lot of bags.
Yeah,
There'd be a lot of bags at those.
bottles of piss. That's what I always remember from the little Oasis gig I went to. Covered in piss. I did.
I don't doubt it.
It wasn't mine, for a change.
If you want to buy a movie,
Yeah.
then you would have the opportunity at the upcoming Toronto Film Festival to buy Tuna, which is not about fish.
It's not about fish, and it's
No.
called tuna.
Yes.
Okay.
It's about a piano tuner,
Oh, tuna.
which has attached to it a director,
Right.
Daniel Roja, and 2 stars, 2 leads.
Okay.
Leo Woodall, who you may know from One Day on Netflix. He was the male lead in that.
I've not seen that, but
and he's also in, is it The White Lotus?
Yeah, I think so.
And Dustin Hoffman.
Dustin Hoffman.
Yeah.
Okay.
The film is the story of a talented piano tuner whose life is turned upside down when he discovers that his meticulous skills for tuning pianos can equally be applied to cracking safes.
Oh.
It's a heisty action movie, which is up for sale.
Well,
next
that will
month.
get. Who's not going to buy a Dustin Hoffman film?
Yeah,
That'll definitely get sold.
Dustin Hoffman action movie.
How old's Dustin Hoffman?
Are you asking me to guess?
Yes.
82.
87.
Really?
Yes.
Wow.
Cool. Wow.
Good on him.
Good on him. Absolutely. Looks great for it as well, to be fair.
Yeah. Okay, last piece of news.
Yep.
MGM Plus have given a series order to the Institute,
Right.
the Stephen King
Oh, really?
based. I read the Institute and I thought it was very much Stephen King's having a go at doing Stranger Things.
Yeah, it was.
But we are getting a TV adaptation which will star Ben Barnes
Okay.
and Mary Louise Parker.
Okay.
It will be led by director/executive producer Jack Bender.
Oh, he used to do Lost.
He did. He also worked on Mr. Mercedes.
He did, yeah.
And Under the Dome.
Yes.
It has been commissioned for an 8-episode series.
I will definitely be checking that out for obvious reasons.
With Ben Barnes playing police officer Tim Jameson. And Mary Louise Parker playing Miss Singsby, the Iron-willed director of the Institute.
Okay.
Stephen King himself said, "I am delighted and excited at the prospect of the Institute with its high-intensity suspense being filmed as a series. The combination of Jack Bender and Ben guarantees that the results will be terrific." I wonder if this will be... Because Under the Dome started as a reasonably faithful adaptation and then just veered off completely as it got recommissioned.
Yes. Yeah, Under the Dome went for longer than anybody thought it would, I think.
Yeah.
And you can't do the ending of the book Under the Dome in any other way.
I don't know, I guess so.
The ending of the book is not very good,
Yeah.
so you can't really do it any other way. I'm up for that. I think the Institute's adaptable.
Yeah. I don't know it would be similar though. You'd have to go way off track to sort of get multiple seasons out of it.
Yeah, I think so.
From my memory.
You have to do a limited season of whatever.
Okay.
What did you say, 8 episodes?
It's been commissioned for 8 episodes, yeah.
Okay. You could do it. You could tell that story in 8 episodes.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's all the news.
Good news. Well done. Have you watched anything good at the top of the stream?
I watched a couple of things.
Okay.
I watched a couple of movies. Should I do those first?
Yeah, do them.
On Netflix, I watched Wicked Little Letters.
Oh, what did you think?
Loved it.
It's great, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's such a good little film.
Yeah.
Even with Timothy Spall, it's okay.
Yes, but he's getting sworn at a lot.
He is getting sworn at a lot.
Called all sorts
And
of things.
hates being sworn at.
Yeah.
It's Olivia Colman is so good. Both of those women are really
brilliant.
good in that film. I really enjoyed it. I thought it was a lot of fun.
Really funny.
Yeah, really funny.
High recommendation.
Definitely. Go and check out Wicked Little Letters.
And I've also watched on Amazon Prime Jackpot.
Oh, the John Cena and Aquafina's new
Yeah.
movie. Thoughts?
It's the most fun I've had watching a John Cena movie on Amazon because there seems to be one every couple of months.
Yeah, he does do a lot.
This is my favourite one. So I preferred it to Ricky's Danicki.
Yeah.
And then he did the one I really didn't like with Alison Brie, where he was like on protecting her.
Yeah.
These two have got much more charisma.
Aquafina's just great, though.
She's great.
She's so good.
And it's a fun concept, played for laughs. So it's set in the near future. Aquafina wins the lottery.
Yeah.
But under the rules, if you win the lottery, you can be hunted down and killed until sundown. And whoever hunts you, kills you, can take your winnings. So she hires John Cena to protect her as a
That's a good
bodyguard.
concept. So a bit like a Purge ripoff.
Yeah.
I like that idea.
And it's good. Yeah, it's really entertaining. It's perfect Saturday night movie.
Saturday Night Pizza and a Magnum movie.
100%.
Excellent.
So I've watched those two movies. And then I wanted to mention, this is not a new show,
Okay.
but it's new to Netflix. So Brassic has come on to Netflix.
Yep.
Which is a Sky original show.
Yeah, it is, yeah.
It stars Joe Gielgud,
Yeah.
Michelle Keegan. I was aware of it.
Yeah.
And we thought, we'll watch a couple of those. Really enjoyed it.
Yeah.
I think I've watched most of the first season because it's only like 5 or 6 episodes.
Yeah, I think I've
a
seen the
season.
first 2 seasons, but I don't think I've seen any more than that.
And it's basically about a group of small village group of friends who sort of run a secret weed farm on the side, and they're them trying to evade authorities and stuff. But I think the first series is from like 2018.
Yeah, it's a few years old.
So yeah, and I was just sitting there thinking, how is it not been pointed out anywhere that I've seen that this is Guy Ritchie has clearly seen Brassic and gone, I'm going to make that, but with posh people, and that's what The Gentleman movie is.
Oh, really?
Do you not think?
I've not seen The Gentleman series.
Oh, have you not?
No.
No, what about, have you seen the movie?
I've seen the movie, yeah.
I thought it was like the same.
Yeah, probably.
They've got the weed
right.
bunker on the farm.
Yeah.
But it's all...
Yeah, you're probably right.
But The Gentleman is posh people getting into scrapes and having to steal cars and...
And Brassic's scallies.
Yeah. I was like, this is the same concept. Exactly the same.
Yeah, you're right. Now you've mentioned that.
Why is this... Why
has nobody pointed this
together?
out? That's a good point.
Yeah.
What did you think of it, though, as a show?
I really enjoyed it.
I've seen the first 2 seasons. I've never seen any more.
I really like Joe Gielgud, though.
Yeah,
I liked
great.
him when he was in Misfits.
Yeah,
when he came into that.
He is great. He's surprisingly doesn't get more work, but he's kind of...
But this is his show. He co-writes and...
it's 100%.
if this is what he's been doing for the last,
It's still going now
years.
as well, isn't it?
I think so, yeah.
It's not finished.
I don't know how many series they've put on Netflix. I'm not sure. I've not looked at that. But yeah, really enjoying it. But I just couldn't get out of my head, this is The Gentleman, but working class.
Maybe that's exactly what Guy Ritchie's doing. Just poshing up stuff that we've never noticed before.
I don't know. Dog, if you disagree with me, let us know in the Discord.
Yeah,
but
absolutely.
I just couldn't get it out of my head.
Fair.
How about you? What have you watched?
I haven't watched a lot. I'm still watching them, actually.
Okay.
I finished the first season now, though,
Nice.
so I'm going to give it a bit of a break now. But the last 4 episodes of the season, they brought fans in.
Oh, cool.
It was like they had 2 comedians.
Like you had a
fan.
specialist subject?
No, they're just, as a contestant, a fan came on the show. It was weird. But it's a great show anyway. I've been watching that. The only other thing I've watched is Long Legs.
Okay.
I watched that at the weekend, which is Nicolas Cage and Micah Monroe? No.
Yeah.
Yes?
Yes, it is,
Yes,
yeah.
it is. Yes. And it's directed by the guy who directed We Are the Pretty Thing That Lives in the House.
Yeah. So
which is a film we've done on the show.
All 3 of these people have been heavily featured on...
2 of
Bottom
them
of the
are in the Captain's Gallery.
Yeah.
And Osgood Perkins, son of Norman Perkins. No, Anthony Perkins.
Correct.
Norman Bates.
Yeah.
He directed it. He's also done a film on the show. So this is like the bottom of the stream alum coming together to make this movie, which I should have therefore really enjoyed.
Yeah.
And absolutely didn't.
Oh, man. How disappointing.
Yeah, that's how I ended the movie. I was like, oh, how disappointing. I like horror movies. We know this. I don't like arty-farty horror.
Right.
And it's arty-farty horror at its best. I imagine Ross Cook absolutely loves it.
What's the concept?
Nicolas Cage plays a serial killer
Yeah.
who kills children, and he is known as Longlegs because to children he's quite tall.
Mm-hmm.
So he's like, oh, I'm Longlegs, and he leans down and then he scares them.
Yeah.
Looks a bit like a ghost. He looks like the ghost of Jimmy Savile.
Tops.
And then the police are investigating it, and it all comes. It's basically it. I'm not going to lie to you, Nick. I fell asleep.
Oh, God.
The police are investigating it. It becomes out that somebody else is involved. He's got an accomplice who's helping them, and let's figure out who that is. I just didn't like it at all. I thought it was really dull. And I think it might be me because I don't like that kind of horror movie.
Can I give you my instant reaction? I feel like I would like it.
Yeah, you would. You absolutely would. You probably would. Nicolas Cage is in it for about 15 minutes in total for the whole movie. If even that. It might not even be that much. So don't go in expecting it to be a classic Cage performance because you don't get that. I don't like it. I imagine Ross Cook really liked it. That's my review of it.
Okay.
That's it. I think that's all I've watched.
Oh, I've also watched Beetlejuice.
Oh, okay.
Like the original.
I need to rewatch Beetlejuice before the sequel comes out.
Well, you will have plenty to choose from because it's currently here in
Streaming
the UK,
everywhere.
both on Netflix and Amazon.
Yeah, it is.
And
for free as well.
Yes, and I know that because the press has started for the sequel.
Yeah, it's really soon.
Yeah, and I know that they've already made a big thing about actually Beetlejuice isn't in it for very long.
Yes.
The first movie.
Yeah.
And I could not help but notice that whilst watching it.
Yeah, he isn't in it
like
much at all.
really is not in this very long.
I've seen Beetlejuice hundreds of times, not hundreds of times, tens of times.
I haven't seen it for many years.
I haven't seen it for a few years now, but yeah, he isn't in it for long. And apparently he isn't in the sequel for long.
Sure.
So, but yeah, I will watch it again before the sequel comes
My
out.
favourite part of rewatching it, though, is for the first probably half an hour.
Yeah.
And it's not a long film.
No.
My wife was like, who's the guy? Who's the dead guy? The husband?
Yeah.
Like, for ages, I was like, come on, you know it is. And she just couldn't get it. And then when she finally looked it up, and when she saw it was Alec Baldwin, and she's like, yeah, I can see it now, but he's never looked like that.
He hasn't ever looked like
And I was like, well, he did in this movie, and it was pretty soon after he, looked like Alec Baldwin. Because Alec Baldwin's a big guy. He's always been a big guy.
Yes, he has.
But now
he's got a very distinct look.
Yeah.
And he's always looks like that, except when he was in Beetlejuice, when he looked like this.
He really looked like his brothers in Beetlejuice.
Yes, he did.
Like the other, really looked like Billy and Stephen.
Yeah, he did.
Yeah.
Such a good movie. Oh my God. Beetlejuice is great. I'm going to watch it tonight.
Okay.
I'm not going to watch it tonight. Not at all. But I'm going to watch it soon.
Okay.
Right. I've got a confession to make.
Okay.
This is the point in the show where we'd normally do Caught in the Net.
Yes.
It occurred to me yesterday evening that I haven't even installed the game for this week,
Man.
let alone played any of it. So I apologise. Like I said, it's been a crazy, hectic week. Bank holiday weeks are always mental. So we're going to postpone Caught in the Net.
We'll put it on hold.
We'll put it on hold for the week.
We are, just as a reminder, we are playing Asphalt Extreme.
Yes. I will. I still haven't installed it, but I will install it. I will play it. We'll come back next week to give you a review of it and let you know what we think of it. In place of that, we're going to run down what's coming in September. I'm going to run down what's coming in September.
Yes, please do.
For reasons that are too boring to know, Nick can't see my screen this week. So I'm going to run it down. I'm going to tell Nick what's coming in September and we'll react to it, shall we?
Definitely.
Because it's September. Is it September now? It must be.
Yes.
Happy September, everybody. Right, let's see what's going on. There's a documentary about Costa Coffee coming.
Oh.
On the 1st of September. It's called...
I presume as in how the business works, not just about the actual liquid.
Yeah. It's called Costa, How Do They Do It? Joining the myriad of other documentaries on Netflix about UK retail stores, this doc follows the rise of the coffee chain.
I mean, I feel like it's not a massive mystery.
No?
Okay, fine.
There's a film coming called New Life, which is the streaming premiere of the horror thriller starring Sonia Wagler about a mysterious woman who is on the run with a dangerous secret. Ray Winston's going to Sicily.
Is he?
Yep, he's got a season of shows in Sicily. Just like documentary show to explore Sicily. Yeah, it's hard being him. Of course, on September the 2nd, we've got the big one. Chestnut versus Kobayashi.
Oh, I can't wait.
The live eating competition. It's a hot dog eating competition.
That's Monday.
Yes,
that's today. As
this comes out, you can watch that live at some point.
Well, what time of the day? I'll have to find out.
I don't know. Joey Chestnut's going toe-to-toe with rival Takahiro Kobayashi in a winner-takes-all wiener contest. That sounds wrong. September the 3rd, Phil Wang's got a comedy special coming.
Okay.
It's called Wang in There, Baby. Interestingly, you talked a minute ago about Brassic coming to Netflix, which is a Sky original show.
Yes.
Breeders is also coming to Netflix.
Okay, what's that? I'm not familiar with that.
That is Martin Freeman and Daisy. Is her name Daisy?
It can be.
I don't know her name. I'm sorry. It's Martin Freeman and Daisy Haggard.
Oh yeah.
It says it literally there on my screen. It's there. They did a sitcom for Sky a few years ago about them two and their children.
Okay.
And how much hassle children are.
Right.
I've seen the first series. It was great. The second series isn't.
Oh right.
But both seasons are coming to Netflix, even though they're both. There's another Sky original show. So there's some deals gone on there, I would think. What else we got? Nicole Kidman's got a crime drama series coming called The Perfect Couple. It's her first Netflix series as Greer Winbury, the wealthy mother of the groom at a lavish beach wedding where suddenly a body washes up in the beach and everyone becomes a suspect.
Oh.
Sounds good. Rebel Ridge, we just talked about. That's coming on September the 6th, on the same day as Selling Sunset Season 8. And
that gets churned out every couple of months.
It's always coming, isn't it? There's a film called Watcher from 2022, which stars Michael Monroe in a dark thriller about a woman who suspects she's being stalked after having moved to Bucharest in Romania.
Cool.
The full series on September the 8th of Inspector George Gently is coming. BBC's crime drama. The day after tomorrow is also coming on that day.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Is that Jake Gyllenhaal?
Jake Gyllenhaal, 2004. That's 20 years old.
Wow.
Wowzers, that's 20 years old. Jack Whitehall's got a new show coming. Jack Whitehall, Fatherhood with My Father. Jack Whitehall's about to become a father. Talks to his dad about becoming a father.
Oh, fun.
Cobweb's coming, which is a horror movie about a young boy who suspects his parents have been hiding something from him, starring Lizzie Kaplan and Woody Norman. I've seen Cobweb. It's not very good, though.
Is that a recent cinematic release?
Yeah, it came out last year.
Yeah, last year. Okay.
Yeah, 2023. I didn't think it was that great, so don't get too excited.
Okay.
Emily in Paris, season 4, part 2, September the 12th.
Yeah, there's not been much of a gap between parts 1 and parts 2.
There hasn't been a lot of hype for part 1 either. I haven't seen much of it at all, like around places. Uglies, you mentioned that a minute ago. That's the new Joey King thing. That's coming on September the 13th. That's my mum's birthday.
Oh, happy birthday.
Trolls, 2016.
Nice. Always nice to have a Trolls movie.
There's a film called Memory from 2022, which is a Liam Neeson thriller about a human with early dementia. Why does it say human?
I don't know.
Surely it said same just man.
I would just presume he would be a human.
Yeah. Oh, the new September the 19th, the new series of Monster, the Jeffrey Dahmer.
Yes.
This is the Lyle and Eric Menendez story.
Yeah.
Follow up to Dahmer. This is the real life brothers who were convicted in 1996 of the murder of their parents. That's coming on September the 19th.
You can find a very quick teaser trailer for this.
You can.
Because it popped up on one of my social medias.
If you find this article I'm reading, it's literally on there. So
Okay.
you can. Twilight of the Gods season 1 is an animated series from Zack Snyder.
Yes.
That's coming. That's about Norse mythology and the events that lead to the death and destruction of Midgard and Asgard. How's he got time to do that? He's made like 12 films in the last 5
I know, it
years.
takes ages to draw it all.
Natasha Lyonne, Elizabeth Olsen and Carrie Coon are starred as three estranged sisters who return to New York to care for their dying father and his 3 daughters.
Oh, I like all of those ladies.
That's coming on September the 20th. There's quite a lot of stuff coming in September, actually. Hitman, Timothy Oliphant's game adaptation.
I've never seen that.
I haven't ever seen that either. Nobody Wants This season 1 is coming on September the 26th. That is Kristen Bell and Adam Brody, star as Joanne and Noah, an agnostic woman and a rogue rabbi who fall into an unexpected relationship.
Uh-huh.
Why not? Res Ball, we mentioned that a minute ago. That's coming on September the 27th. On the same day as We Were Kings, which is a tight-knit crew of 3 reign over a bustling barrio of Mexico City until a sudden tragedy breaks their crowns and render 2 of them rivals.
Oh.
And then the last thing on September the 27th is Will and Harper, the documentary that you just mentioned.
Oh, excellent.
With Will Ferrell.
Yeah, I'm definitely going to check that out. That sounds really
Quite a lot of good stuff coming in September.
Yeah. Maybe you'll get your Netflix groove back.
Maybe I'll get my Netflix groove back on. There's a few things I want to watch there. So yeah, that's coming then.
Nice.
Excellent. That's what's coming in September. Right, shall we do another round of Actually? Or Bots Actually, as we're calling it?
Let's do it.
Because for the last, I don't know if people have been watching or not, but for the last 2 weeks, me and Nick have ripped off Actually, which is a Dropout original, where we take the synopsis of films that we've done on this show,
Yes.
change one little fact,
Yes.
and the other person has to guess what we've got wrong and what the correct answer is.
Indeed.
We're going to penalty shootout it this week. So we've got 5 or so each that we're going to go through and see who wins. So do you want to go first or shall I go first?
I will read first if you want.
Okay.
So your first movie is Finder's Fee.
Okay. That's a recent one.
It is a recent one. A man finds a wallet containing a winning lottery ticket worth $10 million. That's it.
That is it?
That's the synopsis.
Okay, well, a man does find a lottery ticket. So the value it can't, actually, it isn't worth $10 million.
Correct. I'm easing you in.
It is worth $1 million.
Incorrect.
Oh, okay.
It's worth $6 million.
Oh, okay. One point to me so far. My first one comes from a movie called The Anomaly.
Okay. Oh,
Pretty much regarded as the worst film we've done on the show.
it's right down there.
Okay. The synopsis says, an ex-police detective named Ryan Reeve is taken captive by the Anomaly organisation, where he learns that he only has 9 minutes and 47 seconds to find out why they want him dead. I'm not easing you in, by the way.
So there's two things. I'll take you through my thinking.
Okay.
That I think it could be.
Right.
So either the character name or the length of time.
Would you like a clue?
Okay.
It is neither of those things.
Oh, God damn it. Can you read it again?
An ex-police detective named Ryan Reeve is taken captive by the Anomaly Organisation, where he learns that he only has 9 minutes and 47 seconds to find out why they want him dead.
Actually, he's not taken captive by the Anomaly Organisation?
Incorrect.
I really don't know. I've not thought about this movie.
For a long time. It was bottom of season
1? 2?
2. No. I can't even see it up there. It didn't come bottom. It was third from bottom of season 2. But since then, it's been widely renowned as the worst one we've ever done. Would you like the answer?
Yes, please.
He isn't a police detective. He was a soldier.
Oh, really?
Yes.
Yeah, I don't think I'd have got that.
That's 1-0 to me still.
Okay, so back to me.
Yes.
So the next movie is The Disappearance at Clifton Hill.
Okay.
When Abby returns to her hometown of Niagara Falls after her mother dies, she becomes obsessed with a fragmented memory from her childhood. A kidnapping she believes she was witness to. She is reunited with her estranged younger sister, Laurie, and they attempt to settle their mother's estate involving the sale of the family casino business. But Abby's compulsive desire to reconcile her past grows increasingly out of control.
This is a movie I have not thought about.
Remember, randomly David Lynch.
Just randomly, yeah. David Cronenberg.
David Cronenberg. Yeah. Sorry, not David Lynch.
Actually, it is in a casino business.
Correct.
It just sounded weird when you said it. I've no idea what it is though. Actually, it's a restaurant.
No, it's a motel.
Oh, close,
but good.
2-0 to me.
Yeah.
Your next one is from Rainbow Time.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yes, I remember the movie.
A developmentally delayed 40-year-old man named Shonzi is sent to live with his brother Todd. But when Shonzi develops a crush on Todd's roommate Lindsay, he threatens to reveal past secrets that could ultimately tear the couple apart.
Actually,
yeah,
it's not his brother's roommate.
Correct.
It's his brother's girlfriend.
Correct. That was an easy one. I should have done that one first. So that's 2-1 to you.
Okay. Your next one is iBoy.
Okay.
After falling from a tower block, a 16-year-old boy awakens from a coma to discover that fragments of his smartphone have embedded in his brain. They give him superhero powers, and he uses this knowledge and technology to exact revenge on the gang responsible for his condition.
Oh, that's tough, because that's exactly how I remember that film. Can you read it again?
After falling from a tower block, a 16-year-old boy awakens from a coma to discover that fragments of his smartphone have become embedded in his brain, giving him superhero powers. He uses this knowledge and the technology to exact revenge on the gang responsible for his condition.
I've got no idea. I'm going to say, actually, he's not 16 years old.
No.
This is tough, Nick. Actually, he didn't fall from a tower block.
Correct.
Oh, really? That was a guess. That was a pure guess. I thought he did fall from a tower block. They lived in a tower block.
They did. They spent a lot of time up a tower block.
They did. Where did he fall from? I don't know.
He didn't fall.
He didn't fall?
No.
What happened to him?
It should be after being shot while calling for help, trying to stop an attack on his girlfriend.
Of course, the bullet went through his phone at his ear and into his head.
Oh, you got like a false memory that
I
into.
Genuinely remember him falling from a tower block. It's because I remember him lying on the floor at the bottom of a tower block. Okay.
I think they spend a lot of time like looking over the East End of London, don't they?
Yeah, they do. Me?
Yes.
Crawl Space.
Okay, that's fairly recent.
That's fairly recent. A family man finds himself trapped in the crawl space of a remote Oregon cabin where ruthless bank robbers have stashed their gains.
Ah.
This is exactly what I remember of this movie.
Yeah, exactly. Can you say it once more?
A family man finds himself trapped in the crawl space of a remote Oregon cabin where ruthless bank robbers have stashed their gains.
Well, I'm thinking it can only be one of two things.
Okay.
The location.
Yep.
Or the profession of the criminals.
Right.
I'm not sure they were bank robbers.
You've not said actually.
Actually, they weren't bank robbers.
Correct.
They were drug dealers.
They weren't drug dealers.
Oh, they were murderers. They were
weren't
log
murderers, but
smugglers.
what smugglers?
Log smugglers.
No.
That might have been a different movie.
That was a different movie. According to the synopsis, I'm not 100% sure this is correct. According to the synopsis, they were poachers.
Right, okay.
Right? That's what it says.
Did they poach trees, though?
I think...
Is that movie?
Is that movie? Somebody poached some trees.
I don't want the point for that. I'll take 1 point.
You can take 1 point. That's 3-1 to you.
Yeah.
Go on then.
Okay, the next movie is A Bad Day for the Cut.
Okay, yep.
A middle-aged Irish baker who still lives at home with his mother sets off on a mission of revenge when his mother is murdered.
Actually, he isn't a baker.
Correct.
He is a farmer.
Correct.
Oh, I was going to say mechanic.
Well done.
That's
going back a bit as well.
That is going back a bit. That's also season 3, I think.
Yeah.
3-3. Next one.
We've got one left each.
Yeah.
I think.
Not? I've got a couple. No, I've got 2 left.
Who started? I think I've only got one left.
Yeah, I started.
Okay,
so,
fine.
No, you started. So it's me, then you, then me.
Yeah.
This is the synopsis for Red Dot.
Okay.
When Nadja finds out her mother is dying, she and David make an attempt to rekindle their relationship by travelling to the north of Sweden for a hiking trip, but soon their romantic trip turns into a nightmare.
Oh, my gut feeling is that's not the reason they went. Her mother dying. Can you read it again, please?
When Nadja finds out her mother is dying, she and David make an attempt to rekindle their relationship by travelling to the north of Sweden for a hiking trip, but soon their romantic trip turns into a nightmare.
Actually, her mother wasn't dying.
Correct. Why did they go?
Actually, it was their honeymoon?
No.
Actually, they'd lost a baby?
No. But you're close.
That's as good as I'm going to get.
She finds out she's pregnant.
The opposite.
The opposite.
So I got it exactly wrong.
You did.
Okay. We've got one point there.
You got 1 point, so it's 4-3 to you.
Yeah. We've both got one left each.
Yes.
Okay.
It's your turn.
So my final one is Bon Cop, Bad Cop.
Okay.
It's quite a lengthy synopsis,
right.
This one. When the body of the executive of hockey... It's also badly written.
Okay.
Right. So I'm just going to change 2 words around.
They're fine.
I'm going to... Hockey and executive are changing around.
Okay.
Right. When the body of hockey executive Benoit Brisset is found on the billboard of the border of Quebec and Ontario, the jurisdiction of the crime is shared between 2 police forces. Detectives Mike Lowry and Marcus Burnett from Montreal and Toronto are assigned to work together. With totally different styles, attitudes and languages, the reckless Mike and the ethical Marcus join forces to disclose the identity of the tattoo killer, a deranged serial killer that is killing managers of hockey.
Wow, we have such a ridiculous podcast.
It is written, not the best written synopsis.
I imagine it's been it's French, that movie, isn't it?
Yes.
So I imagine it's been translated. Oh, that's a really tough one, Nick. I'm going to go with, actually, he isn't the tattoo killer.
Do you know what?
Yeah.
I was originally going to change that.
Right.
But I didn't.
Oh.
He is the tattoo
He has
killer.
the tattoo killer. Then I am stumped.
I can't remember that there was a specific thing about tattoos.
No,
But
not
again, we're going quite far back in.
the only other
history.
thing I've got is that actually isn't hockey teams or hockey managers, but I remember it being in a stadium.
It is hockey managers.
Yeah, I don't know.
So I've changed the detective names.
Oh.
I gave you Mike Lowry and Marcus Burnett, who were the two detectives from Bad Boys. That's Will Smith and
Of
Martin
course it
Lawrence.
is, you bastard. What are their actual names?
The actual detectives are David Bouchard and Martin Ward.
I never would have got their actual names, but now you've said them, I recognise them. That's annoying. Right, my last one. I can't win now. This is all on you.
Okay.
This is the synopsis for Nobody Knows I'm Here.
Right.
Yeah?
Not entirely sure what movie that was.
It was the one with Hurley from Lost in.
Oh, yes. Okay.
Yeah,
It was the singing movie.
Okay.
Yes.
The synopsis reads, Mimo lives on a remote Brazilian cattle farm, hiding a beautiful singing voice from the outside world, a recluse with a glittery flair. He can't stop dwelling on the past, but what will happen when someone finally listens?
I thought I had it, and then I felt I had another mistake as well. Actually, it's not a cattle farm.
Correct.
It's,
I've actually changed two things here.
actually, it's not in Brazil.
Correct. It is not a Brazilian cattle farm.
Actually, it is a Chilean sheep farm.
Well done. That is well done. That is great.
I thought it might be llamas.
Chilean llama farm.
Yeah.
No, I'm impressed you got that. 'Cause I thought I was being really tough.
I'll take that.
Yeah, you should do that.
I thought you'd get the detective names.
No, I would never. Even if I'd have got that, I never would have knew their actual names. That's a hard one, man.
That's why I left it till last.
I think that finished at 6-3 to you.
Yeah.
6-3 to me.
I enjoyed that.
To you, but that will be up on the screen somewhere.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was good. I really
good
enjoyed
game.
playing that game. Let us know if you do too, and we'll maybe play some more in the future.
Fantastic.
We probably need to leave it after 3 weeks.
Yeah,
now,
we'll maybe
we're going to run out of films at some point.
Come back to it at a future time.
Yeah, we will definitely come back to it at a future time. Right, I think we've done a wave. We've gone really long, and I was hoping we'd be short this week.
Okay.
What are we watching on the movie show this week, Nick?
If you come back on Thursday, you will be able to listen to us talk about Frozen.
You will. Not the animated snowman film.
Well, no, not that film.
Not that film.
Although my Amazon X-ray kind of thinks
Yeah.
that's the film I was watching.
I'll maybe put that up on the screen because it got the wrong Amazon X-ray.
Yeah,
hadn't
all
it?
the trivia from the Disney animated classic Frozen.
Came up.
Yeah.
With the cast list and everything.
Yeah.
Amazon's just a clusterfuck of craziness. We're finding this out already.
Yeah.
So yeah, come back.
A wildcard choice.
It was Alex's wildcard choice, reigning wildcard champion.
Yeah, and the first wildcard played this season.
It was indeed. So you can't miss this week's episode, really. Yeah. So go and find it wherever you find your podcasts. It'll even be on YouTube if you want to listen to it. It's not as a video, but you can listen to it on here. Go out and do that, and we'll be back on Thursday to talk to you about Frozen.
Cheers!
Bye!